Let's look at question number 2. In question number 2, let's look at question number 1. What are the characteristics of perfect market capital based on Modigliani and the Miller theory? So, the characteristics starts with no taxes, no transaction cost, no bankruptcy cost, ensuring neutral tax, and cost free. These are the characteristics of the perfect market capital. Let's move to question 2. Stanson Inc. has no debt but can borrow at 8%. The firm's WACC is currently 12% and tax rate is 35%. In question 2a, the question is what is Stanton's cost of equity capital? To find 2a cost of equity, the current WACC is 12%, tax rate is 35%. The question says no debt, so WACC equals to debt. Since the firm has no debt, its WACC based on cost of equity, so WACC equals to cost of equity. Therefore, cost of equity, which is RE, is 12%. Let's look at question B. If the firm converts to 25% debt, what will cost of equity will be? To calculate that, we have to use formula Modigliani and Miller theory, proposition 2 with taxes. The formula is RE, which is cost of equity, RU, unlimited cost of capital, RD is cost of debt, D is debt, E is equity times with 1 minus tax rate. These are the informations. RU is 12%, RD is 8%, tax rate is 35%, debt is 25%. To get equity, we have a calculation which is 100 minus 25%, where you get 75%. That will be our equity. Now, to calculate the RE, we have to just plug it into the formula. The RU is 12%, just convert in decimal points, plus RU again 0.12 minus RD, which is 8%, 0.68 times with that 25% divided by 75% times with 1 minus tax rate. Tax rate is 35%. So the final answer will be 0.13. We can say as 13%. That's all.
Continue to the question C. The question C also same as the previous question, which is question B. So the formula is also the same as the previous question, but this time the RU RBTC is the same from the previous question, as you can see here. But the cost of debt is different, as the question asking to put 50%, and to get the cost of equity 50%. The 100% minus by cost of debt 50%, so we can get the cost of equity 50% here. So when we enter the numbers into the formula, the equation, so the answer will be 0.15 or 15%. Moving to question B, which asking for the WACC for question B and question C. The WACC formula is E divided by V, which is the V is D plus E, and we times by RE plus by V divided by V times RD times 1 minus DC. So WACCB 0.75 divided by 1.0 times by 0.13, the answer, plus 0.25 divided by 1.0 times 0.08 times 1 minus 0.35. So the final answer for WACCB 0.1105. Next, WACC for question C 0.5 divided by 1.0 times 0.15, the answer, plus 0.5 divided by 1.0 times 0.08 times 1.1 minus 0.35. So the final answer for the VLCC question C is 0.101. Next, continue to question 2-3. Given in the question, the WACC is 11.5%, the cost of equity 16%, cost of debt 8.5%, and the tax rate 35%. In the question, they are not given the percentage of equity, so we put X. X equal to percentage of equity. And also in the question, they are not given the percentage of debt. So to find the percentage of debt, we must 1 minus X to find the percentage of debt. We must calculate. So to find the X, the percentage of equity, we can find through the cost of debt times by 1 minus the tax rate 0.35, and then the times by 1 minus X, the percentage of debt which is unknown, and we plus with 16% X. X represent the X here, equal to 11.5%. So when we calculate the 8.5% times by 1 minus 0.35, we get 5.525. So we calculate, we get this, and then the rest we just write it back here. So the number here we just bring it down, and then the 5.525x we get from this number times by the number 1. So we get 5.525 back, and the x we put here, and then plus 16% x equal to 11.5%. And then next we get the 10.405x. We get the numbers from here. This plus this, we get this. And this number, we move to the other side. So this is positive, move to the other side will be minus. So 11.5 minus 5.525, we will get 5.975. So this number, just bring it down. And then this is times number. So when this we bring to the other side, it will divide. So the x still there, and the 5.975 we just write back, and then this bring to the other side will be divided. So we divide by 10.475. When we divide the number, we will get x equal to 0.57. So x we will get 0.57. So percentage of equity equal to 0.57. So this x we already know the value. So we take this formula to find the percentage of debt. So 1 minus x, which is 0.57, equal to 0.43. 0.43 represent to the percentage of debt. So to find the debt to equity ratio, we must divide the debt by the percentage of equity. So when we divide 0.43 divided by 0.57, we will get 0.75. So that's the answer for the question 2-3.